Hello, I thought I'd make a quick vlog, and I am just here. I forgot what I was thinking about. I wanted to mention a few things. You know, um, I'm going to go back to something I said before, which is I do believe that homosexuality is a curse. And, you know, what can you do? It's a very, very powerful curse. And when you're cursed that way, it's almost impossible to get out unless you go through Jesus. But, so I'm just saying that. And I just wanted to address a few things because it's so in your face, all over the place, all in on TV and everything. They're trying to prove a point, you know, and trying to rile up Christians and other religions that are against homosexuality, you know, and they especially go after Christians and demonize Christians by using the Bible. You know, I forgot what quotes they use from the Bible, but it's all from the Old Testament. Like you have to burn a sheep because somebody did something to you, or you have to animal sacrifice or do something like that. And I'm just addressing this now because, you know, that's all well and good, but Jesus came along and formed a new covenant. He's the sacrifice now. He sacrificed himself so that uh, for all of us, and animals don't have to be sacrificed anymore. That's all different now. It's all changed. All of those arguments that people use to make Christians look bad are irrelevant. They're irrelevant. They don't count anymore because it's all about Jesus now. So, and I'm just against Christians being demonized. I know there's still a lot of bigotry against homosexuality, but I think with time and with understanding, Christians will come around. Not that I'm in favor of gay marriage, because really, I can't speak on that right now because I don't know where I stand. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know where I stand. Because on the one hand, I know it's something that people really can't get out of. So this is their life and this is their lifestyle. And why should they be left alone without a partner? But on the other hand, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know. I really don't. I don't know for sure where I stand on gay marriage. All I know is that the Catholic Church teaches against it, and so I have to side with the Catholic Church until further notice, which I think I'm just going to side with the Catholic Church. But I understand where the gay community stands on it because, you know, those are the people they're in love with. Anyway, but I just wanted to address that because they use that so much on TV and everywhere. I saw Facebook posts with it, and I saw it on TV, and I saw it everywhere. And it kind of demonized Christians because they were using the Bible to uh, to make Christians feel bad about themselves, you know? So it's no longer none of that is relevant because of Jesus. None of it is relevant because of Jesus. So it just doesn't count. It just doesn't count. So, well, I mean, you can talk about what the Bible says, but I'm just siding with the Catholic Church. And I already said what I said. I understand that it is something that you really, unless you go through Jesus and you have a lot of faith, which I don't know if anyone wants to do that, but it isn't something you can get out of. It's not something you can get out of. So That's where I stand. And I understand. I understand. I do understand. So I have nothing against the gay community at all. At all. I totally understand. You know, I totally understand what you're going through and that you can't get out of it and that this is who you are. I understand it. I just wanted to say that. So, anyway, so another thing I wanted to say is, I know I get so down on entertainment and so down on TV and music and all that and movies, but I just want to say that just TV, the movies and everything like that, they often show someone really angry, yelling and screaming. And, uh, and they present that as just like normal. That's her personality, or that's his personality. Just yelling and screaming and carrying on. I just, and that makes me uncomfortable. That makes me uncomfortable because I don't like a lot of yelling and screaming. I don't. And, I can point out one movie in particular. See, I haven't seen movies in a long time. So my movies that I pick out and point out are really old movies because that's what I've seen. Old movies. I haven't been to the movies in years and years and years. But I know that Adam Sandler, we can talk about his movies. He beat up no, Bob Barker beat him up in one movie. And why was he fighting a man that much older than him? Why? Why would you do that? If you're a young man, why would you fight with a man so much older than you? And in this, I'll come back to Adam Sandler, but in the with Kevin Hart, where he was the groomsman, and he set up the whole wedding for the 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 groomsman. Okay, the best man, and he set up the whole wedding for someone, and he was just someone who he hired. Well, in that movie, all the groomsmen played touch football against a bunch of older men, and they were much older. And the groomsmen were all young men, young, strong men. And in that movie, the groomsman uh, beat up the older men. They beat them up. How's that funny? How is that funny? I don't know how that's funny. That a bunch of young men beat up a bunch of older men. That's not funny. Excuse me. That's not funny to me. And then in that same movie, they were at he threw a bachelor party for him. And this is so terrible. It's so terrible. He threw a bachelor party for the groom, and they were they brought a woman out, and he saw the woman, and then they blindfolded him, and then she was like, just shimmying down on him with her hands on him. So he believed she was just like shimmying down. And then she moved out of the way, and they brought out a dog. And the dog performed fellatio on the man. Then the man realized it was a dog, and the dog got attached to the man. And then they had to run him to the hospital, and the dog died on the way. See, they're introducing bestiality. They are introducing, elderly abuse. They're introducing all kinds of stuff in the movie. And back to Adam Sandler. You know, he seems to lose his temper a lot in movies. For example, in one movie, when, I don't remember, Henry Winkler. Henry Winkler was his father in a movie. And uh, Adam Sandler went to his office to visit him. And for no reason, Adam Sandler just started screaming at him. Just started screaming at him. And then Henry Winkler started crying. And Adam Sandler walked out and left them there. Why? Why? What point? How does that make the plot progress? It was just thrown in there. It had nothing to do with the plot. It was just thrown in there. So I'm just saying, these things that are out there right now. And I don't know, because I don't know if they're using any more animals in movies for sexual things, because I haven't watched the movies in a long time. All I know is that they were introducing it, so make it commonplace, desensitize the world to it. These are horrible things. These are horrible things. And I sit in with all the sex in the movies, and, I'm not even going to get into the violence, because there's a ton of violence too. So, all I'm going to say is this. This is all I have to say. I think it's time. It's time to give yourself a break. It's time to give yourself a break from movies that make you uncomfortable. Okay, you may not be uncomfortable because you've been desensitized, but just really, after you watch a movie, go home and analyze what you saw and see what they're putting in the movies, and things you don't even realize. Things you don't even realize until you think about it. Like, wait a minute. Yeah. Why was that in the movie? And what point was that? Just like I said, that movie, that romantic comedy where the woman just threw on a pair of vibrating underwear. And first of all, why would you wear a pair? Why? And secondly, why would you go out in public wearing them? And then thirdly, if you were in a restaurant and they turned on, wouldn't you go to the restroom and excuse yourself and take them off? Anyway, so all I'm saying is really start to pay attention to the movies you go and see. Really pay attention to them. You may not pay attention that much when you're watching them, but go home and think about what you just saw on TV, in the movies and on TV. When you're watching TV, you probably are so desensitized you don't even realize what you're watching. But after you watch it, sit and think. Sit and think. What was that? Why did they put that in there? Like the TV show, it was a police drama I told you about. You know, that they thought the father was abusing the daughter. They thought the father was abusing the daughter, and so they were after the father. And then some things fell into place suddenly, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute! No, it's not the father. The mother is raping her daughter with a strap on." What? What? And that's on normal TV. Why would they put something like that on TV or in the movies or anywhere? There's no need for it. There's no need for it whatsoever. And that's the kind of thing I'm saying. Watch your movies, watch your TV, but after you watch them, really sit and think about what you just watched and what you've been desensitized to. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at the amount of stuff they get by. Because they really do get a lot of stuff by you. Just because you're just watching and you're just so used to it and you're just so desensitized to all of it and you just don't even realize anymore. You don't even realize. But if you really sit and think after you watch and just think about it and say, why? Why was that in the movie? You know, even if you laughed at it in the movie, because you're desensitized, so you may laugh at something in the movie. You may think something is cool in the movie when you're watching it. But really sit back and think and analyze the movies and analyze the TV shows once you're done. And you'll see how much crap they're putting in there. How much stuff, how much stuff is meant to hurt you and demoralize you and desensitize you even more. All right, so that's all I want to say about the movies. So, and TV. So that's that. And let's see. Oh, so, hmm. So I'm getting the feeling that people are going to want proof that homosexuality is a curse. I don't have proof right now, okay? All I can say is that I know it is. Well, okay, maybe I don't know for sure, but I am almost positive. And for reasons that I can't speak of right now, but maybe in the future I'll share. But I can't speak of them right now. But I do have reasons to believe it. Okay, so it's not just unfounded that I just said, oh, wait a minute, homosexuality is a curse. Wait a minute. No, I actually have reasons to believe that. I actually do have reasons to believe that. But I'm not sharing them right now. I may share them with you in the future. Okay? Maybe. And so that's all I'm saying about that. And then I'm just reiterating, I completely understand the position of the gay community, and I understand that they're not going to change unless they turn to Jesus. And I mean, it takes a lot of faith and a lot of prayer. It takes a lot of faith and a lot of prayer because it's not something that's so easy to get out of. So. But I understand 100% where the gay community stands. So, I understand. And I'm not putting them down. And I'm not. I understand. And I would never put them down. At all. At all. That's all I'm saying. Okay? And that's where I stand on that. And, so what else? Well, okay, so now we are completely out of groceries, and I have to buy groceries tomorrow, and I'm worried that there won't be anything in the store because from what I hear, there there has been a run on everything. Like my brother was shopping and he couldn't find chicken or ground meat or anything, And I'm afraid I'm going to be having to buy those frozen things like chicken nuggets and frozen things like that. And we're going to have to eat stuff like that. And I don't want to go back to eating that way. That was horrible. That was horrible. I hated eating that way. But we ate that way when my mother's roommate was alive. So, I mean, that was his diet. It was nothing I can complain about because at least he fed me. But, uh, but I don't want to eat that way, you know? So I hope there's some fresh food in the grocery store tomorrow when I go. And let's see. Hmm. Oh, yes. And now my mother is no longer going to the center. We decided to keep her away from that for a while just to ensure that she doesn't get sick. And so she's going to be home with me. My brother's going to take her a few days a week, and but mainly she'll be with me. So I don't have activities for us. She's listening, she's nodding. I'm like, I don't have activities for us to do. I don't know what to do. So it's going to be just listening to the radio and watching TV. That's all we can do because that's all she wants to do. So that's what we're going to do. And so if you notice today, my teeth look a little yellow. It's because I've been smoking and I can't quit. I've been trying so hard to quit, and I need a teeth whitening toothpaste. So I usually use, what do I use? And I mean, it gets your teeth so white. So without the whitening strips, what is it that I use? I have to remember what I use so I can go buy it at the store. What is it that I use? Oh, Plus White. Plus White toothpaste. Oh my goodness. For a smoker like me, and just, a few times that you use it, your teeth get really white. But just to let you know, so you're not confused, I used it with a spin brush. Yes. So just a few times that you use it with a spin brush, your teeth get really white. Plus White toothpaste. I recommend it. It's awesome. So I gotta get some. Look at that. Yeah, they're getting kind of yellow from smoking and drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. Yeah. I'm trying. I've been praying. I quit. I did quit this year, and then I started smoking again. So now I'm smoking again, even though I quit for 2 weeks, and then I quit for a weekend or a week, and then I started on the weekend. So I want to quit. I don't want to smoke. It's a nasty habit. It's unhealthy, and I don't like it. And it's expensive too, and I don't have that kind of money to be spending on cigarettes. Anyway, so that's that. I'm going to end this vlog now. And once again, I hope I haven't offended a ton of people like I did. I'm sure I've offended people who are atheists with my last vlog. But I just wanted to say what I had to say in the last vlog. I just had to say it, you know? And today, I said what I wanted to say again. And I just have to be brave and post these posts. I just have to be brave and post them because they're what I believe and what I believe to be true. And I think that for people, for some people or for all people, they could be very helpful. They could be very helpful. So that's why I post the things I do. I know that they are controversial. I know they could get me into a lot of trouble, but I post them because they're what I believe in, and I just have to be brave and post them. I just have to be brave and trust God. All right. Anyways, on that note, I am going to end this vlog, and I'm going to say I hope everybody watching has a great day tomorrow, and things go your way. All right. Bye.